Okay, now we're going to look at another form of linear equation. It isn't the y equals mx plus b, our slope-intercept form. It's a little bit different form, and we're going to see how to handle this one. So let's go with 4x plus 2y equals 1. Okay, so that we got an x and a y on the same side over there. You can see here's the x on this side, there's a y on this side, and the 1's all by itself on the other side. And what we really want to do is get this in a form that we know how to handle, which is our slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. Okay? There we go. Okay, so how can we do this? How can we make this 4x plus 2y equals 1 into y equals mx plus b, into slope-intercept form? Well, we know we need to put the y on one side and the x on the other. So what do we do here? See, we have the y on one side. We want to get it by itself on one side. And we want to get the x on the other side. So we know how to move things from one side to the other. Usually we're trying to get rid of them, but in this case we're just going to move this 4x. So we just subtract 4x from both sides, right, like we know how to do, and we're left with 2y on this side, and in this case the negative 4x goes on the other side, okay, and we have the 1, so plus 1 because we still have the 1 over there, okay. Alright, now we're getting closer now. Now we have this y on this side and an x on the other side and a 1 there, so it's getting closer. It looks a little bit closer to slope-intercept form, but we need that y to be just a single y, and we have a 2 in front of it there, where the coefficient is 2. So we need to get rid of that 2, that's the coefficient of y, in front of the y, and we know how to do that because we've done that in other kinds of equations. We divide it by 2, right? We want to put it by itself, but then we have to do the other side, the same thing to the other side. So we're going to divide the whole side over here by 2 also, right? We have to do the same to both sides. So now we have 2y divided by 2, and that leaves us just y, right? And now we have to do the other side. So now we have this negative 4x divided by 2. So negative 4x divided by 2 is negative 2x, right? And 1 over 2 is, well, 1 over 2 is 1/2, right? So there's, now this is looking very much like, and as a matter of fact it is, our slope-intercept form, right? So here we have, on this side we have a negative 2 for the, looks like where the slope is, and a 1/2 where the y-intercept is. So m, which is our slope, is a negative slope, a negative 2, and our y-intercept, where it intercepts the y-axis at x equals 0, is 1/2, okay? And we've got this in the right form now. There's a special name we give to linear equations that look like 4x plus 2y equals 1, and if we were to write it in a very general form, we call this the it'll look like this. So say we didn't put any numbers in it, we just put some letters instead. We just want to sort of show what the form looks like. ax plus by equals c. So a is a coefficient of x, b is a coefficient of y, and c is the number, just a constant. And there's a, and there's b, and there's c. Okay, this is this, and we call this this is called the standard form of the linear equation. Y equals mx plus b is the slope-intercept form, and this one, ax plus by equals c, is the standard form. But we know, if you look from what we just did, that if we have something in standard form, we can always make it into something that's in slope-intercept form. And that's what we're going to do one more in the next video.